God's morning blessings, God's morning blessings, God's morning blessings to each and every one of y'all that's tuning in from all over the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome to MCC, UCC, Movement Court Created, Unity Court Congregation. God's morning blessings, God's morning blessings. God's morning blessings. God's morning blessings. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Put what part of the world that you're logging in from so that I can acknowledge y'all from all over the world. Thank you, Amanda from Cuba. Thank you, Melissa from Aruba. Thank you, I'm honored. I'm honored. Jamaica is on here. Trinidad is on here. Texas is on here. Newark, New Jersey is on here. Brooklyn, where the Burke be at. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in to this amazing assignment that God has given me. Thank y'all for tuning in. I am honored. I am honored. I am honored. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in from all parts of the world. Oh, no, 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 oh, no, 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 oh, no, 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 oh, shana, no, 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 run, no, 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 oh, no, 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 thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in from all over the world. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in from all over the world. Blessings, blessings, blessings to each and every one of y'all that's listening to me right now. I'm not going to say that's up under the sound of my voice because that's a demonic thing to say. But I am going to say I am honored. I am honored to do the work and the will of the Lord. This is an assignment. This is a God-ordained assignment to expose the darkness. Hold on, y'all. Oh, baby, yes. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Oh, my little snooky bucky. That's my little honey bun. That's my little honey bun. I love you, friend. I love you, dear. Go to work, baby. Oh, my daughter, she just, watch the road. Don't watch the road. Pay attention to the road. Pay attention to the road. No texting, no texting, no texting. Yes, I had somebody reach out to me last night and ask me, was I really going to invest in my son's cannabis business? Yes, I am about relationship, not religion. Because so many people want to throw you under the bus and say you're going to hell for all of this and stuff. Yes, I'm letting y'all know that I am going to use CCM money, UCI money to support my son's cannabis business. And if anybody got a problem with it, who gonna check me, boo? God's morning blessings, God's morning blessings, God's morning blessings to all of you tuning in from whatever part of the world that you are logging in from. Thank you all for tuning in to MCC, Movement Created Cult, and UCI, Unity Court Congregation, where I, Juggernaut J, and my amazing husband, who I just gave a kiss to, the amazing Apostle Fred Brown, are real pastors. And I say again, yes, we are real pastors of the best cult organization, UCI, in the nation, in the world, where there is no liberty, there is no laughter, and there is no love shown at all. Where we ask for financial donations daily. We ask people to sow seeds on things that they want to happen, knowing that they're not going to happen. Because neither me nor my husband have a legitimate job to provide our own selves or each other. This is why our business, running this church, again, I say, I am not a real pastor, and neither are these two so-called leaders of UCI. I am the messenger that God has sent to reveal and to expose the darkness of this cult organization, starting with the cult leader. So I'm going to read Ephesians 5:11 through 13 and what it says about exposure. Y'all just stay with me. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, sickness. Oh, na 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 na. Yes, God. Yes, God. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, sickness. Ephesians. I'm going to Ephesians. Yes, and to the cult leader that says that people is talking about not following God, but they following God, G-U-A-R-D. If those of y'all that feel the same way, that feels that my pronunciation, because I'm from Texas, that has nothing to do with God assigning me to expose this woman with the evidence that he allowed me to have. So I will be reading the Ephesians 5:11 through 13 out of the ESV version. And here it is. And it says, take no part in unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. For it is shameful to even speak of the things that they do in secret. But when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. Ephesians 5:11 through 13, and I'm going to read it again. It says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness. It says, take no part in it, but instead expose them. For it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret. But when anything is exposed by light, it becomes visible. Let the Lord add a blessing to the reading of the word. And as y'all can see, no, God did not give me a flunks way of reading the Bible. I read it in English. I read it to where you can understand it. And what it is saying, take no parts in unfruitful works. That means that if you are a part of something that you know that does not represent God in a Christ-like way, then you are supposed to expose it. I am the willing working vessel in God's kingdom. God just called me to do this assignment. And all of y'all that hears me, I'm not going to speak that's up under the sound of my voice, because that's a demonic trance to put people up under the sound of their voice to make them obey the commands of you and not the commands of God. So I'm going to speak and say to those that's listening, the undefeated underdog in God's kingdom, and I have taken on this name because Juggernaut J has tried to count me out. She's tried to count me down. No. Yes, God. Juggernaut J has tried to count me out on time after time, and she still tries to count me out right today. I flew to Denver, Colorado because I had to do an assignment. I had to do a conference. And upon me waking up to get ready to board the plane to come back, I noticed that I was reported and restricted from speaking on the pages for 30 days, as well as my personal page for 6 days. Oh, y'all crying? Cry with faith. Cry with faith. Cry with faith. Oh, I got 13,000 on Facebook and 3,333 people following me on YouTube. Y'all do the math. Juggernaut Jay gets up here every day and tell people don't go to this page. The angry black woman is still alive. People made false page. They incognito. Don't go to it. You demonic if you go and listen to it. But God is allowing her to expose herself daily, because she get up here and tell y'all to stay away from the page, but she's repeating majority of the things that I have said on the page. Not only that, she's going back and she's looking at different posts and she's starting to report them, so that the page can be restricted, so that I will not be able to post, so that people will not be able to get released, redirected, and rescued by God. But God is not the author of confusion. Satan is. And when I say God is not the author of confusion, that means that God is not present where confusion is. And confusion is obviously over there, because if you say that you got God tell you to do this and God tell you to do that, then why is you reporting the page? Why is you reporting the page if it's not bothering you? You're reporting the page because it's dipping in your coins. The coins that you deceiving people for, the coins that you are manipulating people about, the coins that you asking people to sow daily. You looking at your numbers, and I'm talking about financial numbers now. Not only is the number of your following falling, but the number of your financial income is decreasing as well. Because like I said, I am the mouthpiece. But God is the manifester. God is the manifester behind it. Only God can allow people to stop following it and to stop sowing in it. With the things that come out of my mouth, whether they be true or not, I cannot stop nobody from doing nothing, but God can. She steals my words and try to make them hers, such as the Holy Trinity. She's 50 years young. You got to go through the Son to get to the Father. She never said these things. The word, that part. Talking about they are disciples. Yeah, they lead them to God, but God the one clean them up. All of these things that she says is coming from the Angry Black Woman is a Still Alive page, which I'm responsible for. She just said something concerning to the way that I pronounce God. She said I pronounce it like I'm saying God, like I need security. But the devil is dead. She, the one who needs security. And this is her segment of the message. Because tell me who and what real pastor, why you got to get up there and justify that you're a real pastor, because you're not a real pastor. But you got to get up there and justify that you're a real pastor to try to convince yourself first and then the followers. But tell me what real pastor of what real church has armed police officers, that has hired armed police officers to be at the door of the building that they are calling a church. Again, I say I am not a real pastor. But today's message is titled, "To Prove Them Wrong, Lord." Prove them wrong. Prove them wrong, Lord. And the scripture for that is going to be Romans 8:31. And I'm going to it too. Romans 8:31. Y'all, just hold on, y'all. Oh, ese que nese, no se que ne. Oh, no, boy say. And then the boy say que nese. Ese que se. Yes, God. Yes, God. No, boy see. And then the boy said, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Romans 8:31. And I'm going to be reading this out of the NIV version. I'm going to be reading this out of the NIV version. NIV version, where it says, what then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Let the Lord add a blessing to the reading of the word. Romans 8:31, where the Bible tells us all that we are more than conquerors. We live in a world which people are apt to discourage more than they is to encourage. When God gives you a vision to do something amazing and you tell 10 people about it, 9 of the 10 will tell you you won't succeed. God did not tell you that, or just give you rational reasons to support their opinion when themselves are not supporting what you have told them that God ordained you to do. This is my segment of the message, because so many folks have told me that what this assignment is doing to expose Juggernaut J and a whole court organization, what Romans 8:31 just told us. Ephesians 5:11 through 13 tells us to expose. Says don't be a part of it, but expose it. Romans 8:31 just told us, if God be for us, who can be against us? So this is my segment of the message, because so many folks have told and tried so hard to tell me that this assignment is not from God, that it don't look like it's for God. But I'm here to tell y'all that their messages will always be the same. You can't stop people from watching her, is what most people say that. And I'm okay with that. But if we are lucky, we may have that one person to tell us you can do it. God definitely gave you this assignment, because I see the manifestation of it. My suggestion and advice to myself as well as to others would be to listen to that one person and prove the other 9 people wrong. Be obedient to God first before you even try to be obedient to somebody that's calling themselves a leader and saying that God gives them specific and divine instructions for your life. Be obedient to God first. Anyone who has achieved anything in this world that we live in has had to ignore the 9 naysayers and listen to that one positive person. I'm speaking about naysayers, but Juggernaut, she'll say haters. Many successful folks haven't even had one cheerleader. And Juggernaut J calls her cheerleaders when she says that 6,000 people is up under the sound of her voice, 2,300 on YouTube, 2,700 on the Books of Many Faces. Do the math. I don't need an entourage to do the work and the will of the Lord. The unifying quality of successful folks is their ability to believe in their vision and their ability to block out the naysayers. Not trying to get folks to have your back when you wrong. Who got my back? Oh, you got my back? That's not the work of the Lord. You're not trying to gather up a whole bunch of cheerleaders to come cheer you on when you doing things that's not of God. When you coming for people and then people come back. Like I always say, tit for tat, tit started it, tat finished it. I'm not tit. I'm not tat. Rephrase that. Tit is the one that started, tat is the one that clapped back. In this assignment that I'm on, God in heaven knows that I'm not tit. I didn't start this. Juggernaut J, you are tit, but I am tat. You came for me, Now I'm coming back on the assignment that God has given me. Juggernaut J asked people, do they have her back when she know that she did something wrong? When she know that she is making somebody feel a certain type of way and she don't know the outcome. Justifying things to please people by deceiving them. Y'all got my back. I can say this, huh? I ain't gonna, because my people got my back. Oh, that's my ride or die. What the haters, as Juggernaut J say, and the naysayers, what I say. I ain't never seen a real pastor with so many haters and get up on there and address what talks about haters so much in my life. What the naysayers don't know is that when you truly have a vision or assignment inspired by God, you are unstoppable. Juggernaut J says that Juggernaut means a strong force, but me, the undefeated underdog, says that I am unstoppable. I think the cult leaders understand that I am unstoppable. I think they understand that clearly. Because this is the reason why they see that they can't block me on Facebook, so they can go block the page daily. Jamila, if you are listening and watching this YouTube, I am here to tell you. Oh, y'all crying? Cry with faith. Just cry with faith. Keep on crying with faith. I am unstoppable when it concerns my Father's kingdom business. This is an assignment that God has trusted me with. This is why the reporting and the restriction that is taking place, it does not work. It will not work. It's only being worked between the person that's reporting it and the Facebook people that's making the decision. Because if it was God's doing, I wouldn't have a Facebook page. So you can keep on reporting it. It's not of God. I never reported your little video that you did of me trying to defame my name years ago. You know why? Because I trust God even when I can't trace him, like you tell everybody. I just remain obedient to the assignments that God put in my life. Very often people will try to advise you as to what to do or what not to do, or what you can and what you cannot do, in effort to save you some type of disappointment. Their intentions may not always be bad, but I must say, they are being misled, they are being misguided. Let me make this clear to the lost and unlearned folks that keep on coming from me, defending Jamila. I once was the same person. I walked in y'all's shoes. And after 3 years, I heard that still little voice saying that me and God was a majority, not me and Jamila. If God has a plan for your life, you simply need to do your part to fulfill it, and God will do his. You don't need a third party to give you specific or divine instructions about God's plan for your life. Folks are so caught up in this world right now with plugs. Where the plug at? Where the plug at? I need the plug. I need the plug. They need a plug on the food stamps. They need a plug on the tennis shoes. They need a plug on candles. They need a plug on clothes. Plug, 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 plug is all I hear. Jamila is the plug to the lost and unlearned people. But the Holy Trinity is the true plug. People be looking for the easiest and the cheapest way out. Well, I'm here to tell y'all biblically, in biblical principles, that the Holy Spirit is the only plug you need And you don't have to spend $1 for it because it resides in you. It resides within us. Folks, when it comes to bringing our God-given or God, G-U-A-R-D, given visions to fruition, we are not facing the challenge alone. The Bible tells us that God be with us. In my own life, I have never heard this message that God has given me to share with y'all today. I never heard of God failing anyone. I grew up knowing only what I could not do. I knew no idea of what I could do, but God. No one ever told me that I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. And as a result, I have spent many of my adult years retraining my brain to think correctly. This is why now I see it as my personal life mission to encourage, to inspire, and to uplift others. This is my God-given purpose. I am here to tell you all that the only thing stopping some of y'all from the achievements due to yourself is following folks that say that God has sent them, but their actions show different. Romans 8:31 says, if God be for us, who can be against us? My question to Juggernaut is, how you going to get on the live and lie and say you lead anybody to God? And I'm not talking about the G-D or the G-U-A-R-D, which you just tried. I'm talking about the Holy Trinity. You made a post on Instagram talking about got people following God, talking about a security. You say you lead them to him, but God clean them up. Juggernaut J, you have never once, the whole time you've been sitting in the car or in the building, either building for that matter, have you asked the church, the building that you call in church, have you asked anybody, were they saved? Had they made Jesus Christ their Lord and Savior? You never asked who wants or who wanted to make him the Lord and Savior of their life. You never had an altar call. Okay, let me make that clear. Let me make that clear. You done had people come to the altar for you to lay hands on, but you ain't never had an altar call. They came and stood in front of the stage to get hands laid on them. Again, I say, for you to state daily that you are a real pastor, that yes, you are a real pastor, for whatever reason, trying to convince yourself as well as your followers. But God got you exposing yourself daily. You have never called an altar call to ask nobody to even introduce somebody to the Holy Trinity, to Jesus Christ, because it's all about you. It's funny. It's funny because I said that God had you exposing yourself, and he does. I spoke about people. No, but say. I spoke about people speaking in heavenly tongues in every language, every conversation. And yesterday on Monday, you ain't even been up there today. You ain't even been up there today on Tuesday. But yesterday on Monday, the day that you normally don't come on, you got up there naming the live prayer time. You ain't speaking one tongue. You didn't ask for $1. You did not stress to the folks that they sleeping with other husbands. Last but not least, you did not speak about folks lying on you, throwing you under the bus, making false pages, incognito on your pages. You ain't speak about people with rotten tooths. But today you ain't even came on live. But the first thing you'll say is that you're exhausted, you tired, when the Bible tells us to get rest. You said that God told you to be in the car at a specific time, so you're being disobedient to God, obviously. Because you don't be in your car 9 times out of 10. You never on time. So you're doing things your way, but trying to make the people feel like it's God telling you to do it. but the devil is dead. I am the undefeated underdog in God's kingdom when it comes to Juggernaut, Jay. She tells the nation that it is a lie. You being a pastor is a lie. God sending you to speak to the nation is a lie. You saying you're a prophet or a prophetess is a lie. You saying you found Fred in a needle in the haystack, that's a lie. Saying that you didn't take a woman's husband, that's a lie. I'm pointing out the lies. I said I was coming on here to do this assignment to right the wrongs of this Jamila chick. Everything on here. You're not a prophetess. You're not a real pastor. You didn't find him in the haystack. The death of the angry black woman is not dead because you're still alive. Sabina was with her husband for over 20 years. So how did you find him in a haystack when he already belonged to somebody? The Bible says what God put together, let no man separate. But you went in and you used CCM money. You used the money that you are robbing and deceiving the people for daily to get Fred. You went in and you slid it in his ear. That dual tongue you got in his ear. You let him know how much money you was making by deceiving God's children. You let him see numbers. And that's when God exposed he was a warlock. Juggernaut J, Jamila Gooden, Jamila Young, Mitchell Gooden, whatever them other names. This is your fifth husband. Fred Brown is your fifth husband. This woman is not who she portrayed to be on social media. I thank God for allowing me to be front and center with her and then revealing who she really was and using me in his kingdom to expose it. Getting up there saying you killed the angry black woman, the devil is dead, and that is a lie because the death of the angry black woman is still alive. The death of the angry black woman is still alive. Oh, no, bossy. Oh, no, bossy. Can they say? Oh, no, bossy. Yes, God. Yes, God. Oh, no, bossy. Can they say? Yes. God told me to tell y'all need to seek first the kingdom and all his righteousness. Kneel and seek God for yourself so that you can be released, so that you can be redirected, so that you can be rescued by God. I pray that every lost and unlearned soul get free today from this demonic cult organization, UCI and CCM, with Fred and Jamila as the cult leaders. Get free, folks. Get free.